Morning, everyone.
Very good morning, everybody. Thank you so much, Adarsh, to give us an opportunity to present our company, ELCARREIRA Technologies. ELCARREIRA Technologies means in Portugal, the career. And what we do is we connect meaningful jobs with every student. So, it's not moving. All right. So when we say, as we mentioned, we are India's first AI-powered employability platform. And when we say employability, Vijay, can you tell me what exactly employability is?
All right. Before we get into what employability is, I just want to burst a myth that there is a lot of unemployment. Ever since I remember, we've been writing essays on unemployment in India, right? But I think when we grow and really understand the market dynamics, we understand that unemployment is not the problem, right? Unemployability is. So that's a good question of what unemployability is, or employability thereof. Employability is what we believe is the capability to gain a meaningful employment and sustain, right? So that's what employability is all about, your ability to get an employment. Now that ability comes from multiple factors, right? It could be your academic factors, it could be your skill, your knowledge, and most important today is market relevance, right? So it's very important for every one of us, every student, to be relevant every day. Right, so that's what employability is.
Can you go with an example, like so that everybody could understand?
Of course. So let's just say that I'm a CS graduate, computer science graduate today, and if I'm applying for an AI role, I need to have certain AI skills. You cannot learn neurosurgery and then start writing LLMs. You may be very good brain surgeon, but then that doesn't qualify you to be an AI guy, right? So you need to have skills that are relevant, right? That's the most important part. Now, let's just see, the state of employability in India, or unemployability thereof. Right? And we always complain that students always complain that there are no jobs for my degree, there are no jobs for my curriculum, but there are jobs, right? Just look at it, we get 1.5 million BE BTech graduates out every year, right? And apart from this, we have BA, BSc, BCom, MBA, others, right? And just look at it, right? And about 6.2 lakhs of them are employable, and this excludes people who would want to work outside India or who would want to pursue their higher education outside India. And just look at the kind of job openings that we have just for BE BTech, right? And about 1.6 lakhs jobs that are published. And just mind you, last week, when we were onboarding an institution for MA Political Science, we saw a job that paid a fresher 12 lakh per annum. Wow. Corporate job, unbelievable, but it's true. Those jobs do exist, right?
All right. How do we go about, personalizing the employability for students? So what are the key factors or parameters that we are looking at?
So basically, when we talk about employability, we need to look at it from a very, very holistic perspective. Just upskilling will not help you. Just getting a certificate will not help you, right? Okay. So what matters the most, as I said, is you need to be relevant every day. And that's exactly what the student employability platform does. It personalizes employability for each student. Now, if you look at it, the most important aspect, or if you look at the three pertinent questions any student today has, is do I get jobs for my curriculum? I have done my BBA, I have done my BCom, I have done my BTech. Are there jobs? Next, if there are, where are they? Are there meaningful jobs? Where are the meaningful jobs? And how do I crack them? These are 3 pertinent questions that the students have. So to answer your question, Adarsh, where do I get jobs? Are there jobs available in the market? That's exactly where we start from market insight, right?
Okay.
We gather a lot of market insight, and then we gather a lot of market insight, and then we map those insights, especially skills, to the curriculum, right? And once we have this curriculum mapping, then we know what are the skill gaps, because we know what the curriculum caters to, right? And what is the curriculum and what is the skill gap that we have. And once we identify those skill gap, the next logical step would be, how can I fulfill that gap? How can I bridge that gap? Now, every student is different, right? So we have a personalized learning pathway to bridge that gap and be industry ready. Now, so now that we have a learning pathway, how do you learn? So there are some tools that will help you to learn, right, with a lot of materials that we have, right, or you can generate. Now at this point, you are now employable, right? But at the end of the day, the final hurdle is to crack that job. So we also help students to crack the job with our unique Bloom's taxonomy and solo taxonomy based mock interviews and psychometric assessments, right? And it continues every day.
Shall we go dig deep into
Sure.
each points, and then probably quickly we can explain what do we do?
Yeah, absolutely. Now we are speaking, I don't know how many thousand jobs have been analyzed and processed by our engine,
Wow.
right? So last I saw, about 2 weeks ago, there were almost 8,300 and odd vacancies for BCom across India, right? So yesterday there were 1,026 openings just for BTech computer science, right? And AI/ML. So that's the kind of insights that we get from the market. And thousands of jobs are churned every single day, every single minute as you speak. And those skills are filtered by your ontology, right? And for each job, we tell you, hey, you know what, Adarsh? If you were to crack this job, if you were to crack this role, this is what you're good at today. And this is what you need to focus. As and when you move to your higher semesters, we say, hey, you know what? You were good at 3 things yesterday, but today you're good at 4 things. And probably these are the 2 things that you need to focus on, right? So we do a personalized SWOT analysis for each student, for each job that we analyze, right? So, and also we show them, you know what? Hey, these are the most relevant industries where you get jobs, where there's hiring happening. And these are the different roles for which you can apply for. And how does each role look like? What does it mean to you? What do you do every day in that job, and how can you grow in that job as your career, right? So that is something that helps students to be market relevant, because we bridge the gap between the classroom and their career, right? And as I said, each subject, any student would know, why should I study this subject? The professor said this is very important, but why? So here we say, hey, you know what? In this semester, in this subject, you get these skills, and this is the importance of that skill. You know what? 8 out of 10 jobs are asking for this skill. 9 out of 10 jobs are asking for this skill, right? That helps them to associate a purpose to study a particular subject and focus on it.
So basically what you are saying is, now when the professors, when they explain the students that, okay, these are the skills which is very important from an exam perspective, now they can actually tell these are the skills that can help you get a job along with getting you good grades.
They can reverse the lens and say, you know what, this is helpful for not just for your exam, but for your job as well, right? You're bang on right, Adarsh.
And then how do we go about doing skill gap analysis? This is with respect to what, where?
So this, with respect to, being job relevant, right? So as you said, this is what you have, this is what you know, this is what is being asked in the industry, this is what the gap is, and that's exactly where our, personalized learning pathway will come in picture, right? Every semester I can track my skill gap, right? And I can track my employability every semester wise, right? So this helps, this is more like a GPS, right? Where I am today in my first sem, and where I should be in 4 years, I need to have an offer of employment, right? In hand. That's how we navigate. This is basically a kind of career GPS for you, right? So every semester it keeps telling you how to do, what to do, exactly, right? And this is the most important part, to be very, very relevant. It's important to be very relevant. And to help their learning, what we also do is, we basically have a feature where we turn classroom lectures into ready reckoners, right?
Okay.
Using AI, and you can talk to your notes.
Okay.
That's something that you can do on a daily basis. And real world knowledge, we source news on a daily basis, we extract summary, we tell them which skills are used, so that even professors can make use of this to keep the teaching more interactive, right? And we, as I said, we have the most unique mock interviews designed based on Bloom's taxonomy and Solo taxonomy and assessment psychometry, and it gives a very, very detailed report of what you missed, how you can improve for each question, and how can you become more confident.
Okay, finally, what's in it for the institution, what's in it for the students?
Institution,
what they get benefited out of it?
They have better input of students, they have better output of students. Now, better output attracts better employers, top-tier employers, better CTCs, better average CTC. And for student, you already know, right? We get powerful analytics, personalized learning, everyday market insight, where I'm standing, who's hiring right now, how can I navigate through, right? Different learning pathways. And I can decide my career, right? I can design my own career. And that's the benefit for both of them.
All right. So basically, to sum it up, it will help all the students and the institutions to make learning much better, which is aligned to the market.
Now
and
now the
gap.
institutions can look at building careers, not just teaching or educating, right? They can look at building careers of students.
And launching it.
Of
right?
course, and launch very powerful careers.
All right. Thank you so much. That's ELCARREIRA for you. That's our time. And thank you so much for listening to us. If there is any questions that we could take any.
Can we take any questions?
So if there is any questions, then we would love to answer.